how to calculate NPV on Excel. So performa is, first of all, you will write years, or first of all, you will write the currency. There are different ways. Either you will write the currency in this way. Copy into all cells. For example, you are writing that amounts are 000 round off. Or there is another way. Instead of doing this, you can also write this. All amounts are in $000. So that means all amounts are rounded off. It's up to you which way you want to follow. Then you will write the years. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First of all, you will calculate the sales. Variable cost. Incremental fixed cost. Okay. This cell can be a bigger cell. Then profit. Okay. For example, I'm randomly putting any amount. Okay. 1,000, 500, 200. I'm randomly putting any amount just to okay. Now profit. Sales minus variable cost minus fixed cost. Then tax. Okay. For example, tax is 30%. Then tax savings on capital allowance or tax allowable depreciation. Okay. Then working capital change. Initial investment. Scrap value. So let's assume tax is 30%. Okay, tax saving on capital allowance, let's assume it is 200 every year. Okay. Working capital change is, for example, minus 400, minus 40, minus 50, minus 60, minus 70, and all the amount will recover in last year. 620. Okay, initial investment is, for example, 1,000. And scrap value is, for example, 300. So then you will calculate net cash flows. Okay. Sum, SUM sum. Select all cash flows till profit. And remember, round off all figure to at least 2 decimal. 2 decimal. Maximum 2 decimal. Then write the cost of capital. For example, 10%. Now there are 2 ways of solving the NPV. One way is write the discount factor in every year. That is 10%. 10% means 1.10 raised to power, link it with year. Link it with year. Okay. That is one way of solving it. Then calculate the present value. Okay. And then you will calculate the sum of all. This is NPV. That's how you will calculate the NPV. This is one way of doing it. Okay. Another way is you can simply solve in one cell. That is equal to NPV. Is equal to NPV. Bracket start. Select the discount rate. Either select it or write it 10%. Comma. Select all cash flows, all net cash flows from year 1 onwards. In NPV, you will select all cash flows from year 1 onwards. And then add the initial investment. Sir, why you are adding? Because it is in negative, that's why. So that is, you will calculate in one cell. In one cell, you will calculate the NPV. So I think second one is more easy. You can compute using the second way. Okay, this is another way of doing it. Okay, next is how to calculate IRR. One way is to discount the cash flows at two different discount rate and calculate the IRR. That is very lengthy way. For example, you have already taken NPV at 10%. Now calculate NPV at 20%, for example. 1.2 raised to power minus, link it with year. Copy into all other cells. Multiply discount factor with net cash flows. Calculate the sum of all cash flows. It is still positive, but you can calculate the IRR. So IRR would be lower rate, that is 10%, plus lower rate NPV divided by higher rate, lower rate NPV minus higher rate NPV into higher rate minus lower rate. So IRR is approximately 23%. 23%. But this is a very lengthy way. We normally solve in this way. But the shortest and sweet way is you will write is equal to IRR. Select all values. Select all values from year 0 till last year. Till last year. So approximately answers are same. Obviously, we are using different methodologies. That's why answers are a bit different, but overall answers are same. So I will ask you, request you to use this technique. Look, it's very simple. The previous one, you will discount at one cash flow, then you will discount at another cash flow. Then you will calculate the IRR. Instead, this is a quicker way. This second technique will also help you in cost of capital chapter. Right? IRR. Select all cash flows from year 0 onwards. That's it. This is the answer. So you can quickly calculate the IRR instead of doing lengthy calculation. आप बहुत जल्दी calculation कर लेंगे. You will solve it in in like seconds. IRR. Okay, now how to calculate simple payback? Simple payback. Okay, first of all, write net cash flows down. So I'm linking with the cell is equal to, I need net cash flows down here. Link it with the cells. These are net cash flows. Then you will calculate cumulative cash flows. Take the last cash flow plus this cash flow and copy into the next cells. So this is a year where you unable to recover the full cash flows. And this is a year where you're able to recover all the cash flows. This is the last year where you unable to recover all the cash flows. This is year 3. So 3 year, at the end of 3rd year, you need 254. And in year 4, you got 409. So 254.9 divided by 409.51 into 12. So 3 year and approximately 7 months. You can write 7 months or 8 months. Okay. That's how you will calculate. Okay. Let me explain the last concept. Then I will take your questions. How to calculate discounted payback. Now, link with the present value cash flows. Now write cumulative present value. Take the first cash flow as it is, then last negative plus the next cash flow. Copy into the next cells. Take the last negative. So in 4 year, you unable to recover the money. At the end of 4th year, you need 172. You need 172.97. And you got 886.34 into 12. So it is 4 years and 2 months. So that's how you will do it. Anji, please, आप पूछे question. Okay, ji. Sorry, sir. I have to go. Otherwise, I will miss my time to take rest of the lecture. Okay. Sir, IRR की working show नहीं करेंगे तो examiner mark examiner. This is the examiner formula, boy. This is the examiner formula. This is examiner formula. Examiner will be happy if you are using the shortcut formula. This is the examiner formula. This is not my formula. Examiner has allowed this formula. Okay, G Sajid. What if straight line 30% is given an exam? Till how many years we will calculate capital allowance? Straight line 30% means 3 years straight and then 10% the 4th year. For example, if straight line 30%, cost is 100. Straight line 30%. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 100 into 30. So 30 in year 3 till year 3, and in the 4th year the remaining, that is 10. जी साहिल साहब।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर।
इस्लाम।
सर ये बताएं कि
थोड़ा ऊंची बोलिए
जिस तरह
मेरा।
जी सर आवाज़ आ रही है।
कम आ रही है, अच्छा बोलें प्लीज।
सर ये बताएं कि जब हम आईआरआर का फॉर्मूला अप्लाई करते हैं तो आपने एक बताया कि हम जो स्प्रेडशीट का फंक्शन है वो लगाएंगे, और जब हमने दूसरे वे से सॉल्व किया, जब हमने रेट्स को पुट किया और उनकी एनपीवीज को पुट किया, तो मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम स्प्रेडशीट के अंदर हम जब भी कोई फॉर्मूले को पुट करते हैं तो ये ब्रैकेट्स की समझ नहीं आ रही होती कि हमने ब्रैकेट्स कब ओपन करनी है कब क्लोज करनी है। इसके बारे में कोई गाइडेंस मिलेगी?
देखिए, इट ऑल डिपेंड्स ऑन द प्रैक्टिस, टू बी ऑनेस्ट। मैं आपको एग्जांपल दे देता हूँ, लेट्स से।
जी।
ये वाला फॉर्मूला था ना, दोबारा करते हैं। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, लोअर रेट प्लस लोअर रेट एनपीवी डिवाइड बाय, लेट्स डू नॉट पुट एनी ब्रैकेट ना। लोअर रेट एनपीवी माइनस हायर रेट एनपीवी इंटू हायर रेट माइनस लोअर रेट। पता नहीं क्या आ गया ना, वाई, व्हाट इज द रीजन, गलती कहाँ है? D23 ये आपने ठीक किया है। लोअर रेट इज ओके, lower at NPV is okay, divided by, in the denominator there are two items and both items are adding with each other. So first of all you will solve the denominator, then you will solve the division factor. You have to give this instruction to the computer. अगर आप नहीं देंगे तो वो division पहले कर देगा solve. If you don't do any, if you don't provide any instruction, division will be solved. Firstly, this is a rule of math. So that's why I will put the bracket here. Lower at NPV minus higher at NPV. Okay, then
ओके।
I have to multiply with the net of these two. Okay, if I do not put the bracket, what will happen? 20 minus 10. If I do not put any bracket. So this will be multiplied first, then it will be deducted. लेकिन मैं ये नहीं चाहता. I want to take the net of these two. So if you want to apply the subtraction first, you have to put the bracket. Otherwise,
ओके।
computer will automatically take the division, multiplication, and then it will take the addition and subtraction. वो डीमैथ्स रूल आपने बचपन में पढ़ा होगा.